Just past 7 o'clock right now, we are following breaking news out of the Middle East with rebel forces taking control of Syria. Plus, President-elect Donald Trump visits Paris Saturday at the reopening of the Notre-Dame Cathedral. We got the details of that coming up. And later, we take you inside a gingerbread extravaganza, giving back to the Beloit community. This is Weekend Mornings. Once again, we thank you for joining us. I'm Kyle Pazorski. It is Saturday, December 8th. Let's start with the first warm forecast. Jacob Montesano has what you need to know. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Kyle. And if you look behind me, very nice sunrise right now around the Capitol. We are seeing just a few clouds here and there, but yeah, if you want to get out, take a look at that sunrise. Very, very nice. And temperatures, not too cold at all. Obviously, they are a little chilly in the middle 30s, but we normally see lows around 20 this time of the year. And this is the time of the day where we see those low temperatures, and they're in the middle 30s, pretty close to the average high temperature that we normally see for this time of the year. We also are seeing completely dry conditions in southern Wisconsin, some moisture further off northern portions of Minnesota. This system is expected to move through northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan, but Madison and surrounding areas will remain dry. So looking at the forecast for today, we are expecting plenty of sunshine. High temperatures, maybe not quite as mild as yesterday, where we did have a high of 50. A big reason for that is it's not going to be as windy, so we're not going to be seeing that warm air move into the region, but it's still going to be fairly mild, middle to lower 40s for Madison, but middle to upper 40s for La Crosse. A little bit more cloud cover, but still a lot of sunshine. We did have a lot of cloud cover yesterday. Overall, we will see more sunshine. But for tonight, more mild lows. Lows will be in the upper 30s, maybe some lower 40s for a few locations. But for the most part, we're going to remain mild for the next 24 to 36 hours. But a big cool down is on the way. I'll talk more about that coming up a bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Our top story begins with news out of the Middle East. Syria's President Bashar al-Assad has reportedly fled the country, all coming as reports of seismic change toppling the country's government. Rebels have rapidly advanced across the country in recent days, taking control of major cities. And it's a lightning shift in a long simmering civil war. Hundreds of thousands of civilians have been displaced with the renewed fighting. While Assad has not been seen, Syria's prime minister says his government is willing to cooperate with any leadership that the people choose. And President Biden says his team is, quote, closely monitoring the situation. Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump is writing on Truth Social Saturday, quote, "This is not our fight. Let it play out. Do not get involved." If Assad is removed, it would bring an end to more than 50 years of autocratic rule to a nation of about 23 million people. Staying overseas, President-elect Donald Trump on Saturday took his first trip abroad after being elected last month. He headed to Paris for the reopening of Notre-Dame's cathedral, meeting with several world leaders. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette reports on the day's events.
There was much fanfare as President-elect Donald Trump arrived in Paris for the reopening of Notre-Dame Cathedral after a devastating fire in April 2019. Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron hugged and shook hands, what appeared to be a warm reunion.
It's an honor to be here. We had a good time together, and we had a lot of success, really great success working together on defense and offense too. And it certainly seems like the world is going a little crazy right now.
Yeah. The cathedral's bells rang for the first time in 5 years. First responders were also recognized for their efforts to extinguish the fire. The reopening drew leaders from around the world, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He met with Trump and Macron before the ceremony, saying on social media it was good and productive, and that they resolved to keep working together to end Russia's war with Ukraine. Trump also sat down with Prince William. The cathedral will reopen to the public Sunday. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
And President Biden was invited to attend the event but declined. First Lady Jill Biden was there instead. Pope Francis also decided not to attend. Some local news today. The Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad's holiday train will move through Wisconsin. The company's goal each year is to raise money, food, and awareness to support food banks across their network of tracks. According to the rail line, CPKC donates to the local food bank at each stop and encourages all attendees to make a monetary or heart-healthy food donation. Here's a quick list of a few stops in south and western Wisconsin it will make today and tomorrow. It'll be in Columbus today from 9:15 to 9:45 p.m. Tomorrow, Portage will see it from 1:15 to 1:45 p.m. Tomah stop is also Monday from 5:30 to 6 p.m. And we'll make another stop Monday in La Crosse from 8:30 to 9. Well, the holidays can be a time to give back. In Beloit, the 11th annual gingerbread extravaganza hope to do just that. Reporter Ellie LaLiberte shows us the sweet way it's helping the community.
Gummy bears, gingerbread man, Smarties, M&Ms.
From floor to ceiling, decked out in gumdrops and icing.
Put some more on there.
Families in Beloit coming to Fruzen Middle School to make a gingerbread house.
The bigger the better.
A gingerbread home.
It's just become a tradition for our family.
Pre-built houses ready to be adorned with candy.
Beautiful.
Or a ton of icing.
He wants more frosting.
And it's more than just creating memories. It's a way to give back. The extravaganza is put on by Community Action, Inc., a non-for-profit organization that offers programs to fight poverty in Rock and Walworth counties.
All proceeds go back to our various programs that we have. We cover both Rock and Walworth counties. So within those counties, all of these amazing people that come today are here in support of all of those different programs.
That's part of the reason families like the Stackhouses showed up.
They love it. It's their first time here. It's actually my first time here.
And part of the reason the Babblers keep coming back.
We appreciate them putting it on and doing this for the community. It's really cool how much they have for everybody to do for as cheap as it is, too. And it all goes to a good cause, so.
Like I say, it's just a great kickoff for Christmas, before Christmas starts. And it's just for families and friends and the community just to get together.
Reporting in Beloit, Ellie LaLiberte, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. Saturday's event raised $12,000 for Community Action, Inc. Staying local, the Stoughton VFW was hard at work Saturday, relocating an airplane display which was hit during a hit and run last week. The VFW is sharing these photos on Facebook. Members of the 115th Air Wing in Madison, along with McCutcheon Crane Service, to help to move the aircraft to temporary wooden platforms. As of last week, Stoughton police were still investigating the hit and run and are following up on information to identify the driver of the suspect vehicle. In Madison, the Crafty Fair is taking place all throughout the weekend. This year, they're celebrating 15 years of the fair. With tons of gift-giving holidays just weeks away, organizers tell News 3 Now the event is perfect for people looking to buy something for their family or loved ones.
All of the handmade items I have in my possession are treasures to me, so when you give the gift of something that's handmade, it's going to be treasured, you know.
The event is taking place at the Goodman Center and continues today, running from 9 until 2 p.m. Happening today is the 100th anniversary of the Capitol Christmas pageant. The Madison West Kiwanis Club is organizing. It'll take place at the Capitol from 4:15 to 5:15 p.m. today, and will include high school students from McFarland, Madison East, La Follette Memorial High School, and Queen of Peace Elementary, all performing holiday songs and carols for all to enjoy. It is 7:09, still ahead. A manhunt is still underway for the suspect in last week's deadly shooting of the United Healthcare CEO. Plus, Jacob is back with the first warm forecast as we wake up to a beautiful sunrise this morning. Stick around, this is Weekend Mornings.
It shouldn't be this easy to whip up dinner or appetizers this tasty. Our new, no antibiotics ever, all-natural chicken meatballs heat up in minutes and are delicious in a variety of dishes. They're as easy as heat, sauce, and serve. They're packed with protein and free from gluten, dairy, soy, and wheat. They're so juicy and flavorful because we use only high-quality ingredients and a few simple spices. Jones, making mealtime better since 1889.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
If you want to say something you can't quite put into words, you can let a gift do the talking.
Wait, gifts can talk?
Sure they can. These say, I appreciate you. These say, I'm in awe of your taste. And these say, I really like you. In fact, I might love you, but I kind of need you to say it first. We've all been there.
So all gifts talk?
Well, Cashmere's very shy, but I can coax a gentle whisper. This holiday season, let Macy's be your guide to gifting.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Covenant Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today and we'll send you a free author packet to help get you started. We provide a full range of publishing services.
Covenant sells your book and ebook online and in bookstores everywhere. Our authors love us. Just look.
Be like these authors and get your book published today.
To get your free writer's guide, call now 1-800-216-5097.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know. It is going to be mild again for today and tomorrow, but once we get to the middle of the week, it will be a lot colder, especially on Thursday. Now, for the most part, we're not going to see a lot of precipitation until next weekend, where we could see a little bit more rain and snow, but there's still a lot of uncertainty with next weekend's system. Now, I want to start with the wind forecast because that will kind of be what fuels the temperatures from dropping. So starting Monday afternoon, still going to be mild during the day on Monday, but we are going to see some breezy weather, and notice it'll be kind of out of the west-northwest Monday into Tuesday. The winds aren't going to be extreme, but we'll see gusts up around 20 to 25 miles per hour Monday into Tuesday, and then that's going to continue for the most part as we head into Wednesday. And notice these winds are out of the northwest around 25 miles per hour, and that's going to continue for Thursday morning. And as I mentioned, Thursday will be the coldest day. So although it's not going to be very windy, it'll be windy enough to really drop those wind chills as the temperatures fall quite a bit. Now, the good news is that the winds will calm down later in the day Thursday, but the temperatures are still going to be very cold. So looking at the wind chill forecast, not too bad for Monday. We'll see those wind chills in the 20s overnight into Tuesday morning, then dropping into the teens for Tuesday. So it's still going to be cold, but obviously we've seen worse. But the wind chills are going to continue to fall throughout the week. Wednesday, we could see wind chills in the single digits, and the temperatures will cool down throughout the day on Wednesday. So by Wednesday evening, they're going to be below 0, and then well below 0 for Thursday morning, possibly in the negative teens. And even during the afternoon hours on Thursday, they're going to remain below 0, continuing into Friday as well, with finally some relief during the day on Friday as the high temperatures will be back a little bit closer to normal. And then for next weekend, the temperatures will be possibly above that normal level. So here's a look at the actual forecasted highs. Again, Thursday, the high temperature is only going to get to around 13 to 15 degrees. So even as temperatures warm up, it's still going to feel very, very cold. But notice that normal level, we're going to be below that Tuesday through Friday, possibly above it for next weekend, but it looks like it'll be a little bit closer to normal than it will be the next 2 days, where high temperatures are forecasted to be in the upper 40s. So here's the full look at the 7 to 10 day forecast. Really, the only chance of snow or rain through Friday will be some light snow showers on Wednesday. Could see some light rain tonight, but really we're only expecting to see some snow on Wednesday. But yeah, take a look at those overnight lows. The forecasted low Thursday morning for La Crosse is 1, and then Friday morning the forecasted low is 4. So it is going to be very, very cold, probably the coldest air so far this season. And that's going to be the case for Madison as well. Again, next weekend, it's the chance of rain and snow. We'll continue updating the forecast accordingly, but right now we're continuing to expect to see at least some precipitation during that time frame.
All right, Jacob. Thank you. New this morning, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 rocket just after midnight, carrying 23 Starlink satellites, including 13 with direct-to-cell phone capabilities to low Earth orbit. CEO Elon Musk wrote in a tweet that the launch will help enable unmodified cell phones to have internet connectivity to remote areas. The launch was from the Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. President-elect Donald Trump has named his choice to lead NASA, and the selection is generating excited responses as well as concerns about potential conflicts of interest. Tech billionaire and spaceflight trailblazer Jared Isaacman is Trump's choice for NASA administrator. The 41-year-old is the CEO of Shift4 Payments and has close ties to SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. Isaacman is also an experienced jet pilot and has traveled twice to space on private missions. Trump's pick comes as NASA is relying more on the commercial sector for its missions. The FBI is now offering up to $50,000 for any information that could lead to the arrest of the United Healthcare CEO killer. The NYPD is now saying they believe the suspect may have fled New York. Jen Sullivan is in New York, tracking the very latest on the manhunt.
NYPD using drones, scouring for clues in Central Park. Police believe they found the backpack belonging to the suspect in the killing of the United Healthcare CEO, as the manhunt for the shooter stretches into the 4th day.
Our detectives are doing a very, very extensive video canvass.
Chilling video shows the moments the masked gunman approaches United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a Hilton hotel in Midtown Manhattan Wednesday. The full video, too disturbing to air, shows the killer shooting Thompson multiple times. Police say the bullet casings had the words delay, deny, and depose written on them, possibly alluding to a popular phrase in the insurance industry.
We have every reason to believe that this was a targeted attack.
Police releasing these photos of a person of interest in the case. After the shooting, police say the gunman gets on an e-bike, then heads into Central Park wearing a backpack. Police believe they found that backpack Friday, which they're hoping gives them further clues about the killer.
We already have lots of forensic evidence, fingerprints, DNA evidence.
Police believe the shooter traveled to New York on a bus that started its route in Atlanta and was staying at this hostel on the city's Upper West Side. Now they have reason to believe the gunman left New York City by bus.
We have video of him entering the Port Authority bus terminal. We don't have any video of him exiting.
The FBI is now helping local authorities with the investigation. In New York, I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Police say the gun was not found inside the backpack. It was taken to a forensic lab for testing. The country marked 83 years since the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor on Saturday. It was on December 7th of 1941 when Japanese fighters killed more than 2,400 Americans. Yesterday was a somber remembrance ceremony held at the National Memorial in Hawaii, paying respect this year to the USS Utah, which was hit by several torpedoes, rolled over and sank, killing 58 of its crew members. Each year on the anniversary, Pearl Harbor survivors, veterans, and visitors from all over the world come together in remembrance and honor of the attack. Coming up now on 720 next this morning, we're taking a look at some of the common illnesses spreading throughout the holiday season. We're back in a bit.
In the 608, weekdays only on News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome to Alpine Liquors, the largest independent liquor store in Dane County and beyond. We have over 700 vodkas, 1,500 whiskeys, 2,500 cold beers, 2,000 wines, and over 300 mini bottles for under $1. The area's largest selection. Your local Alpine Liquors, located in DeForest, Wisconsin.
I've got arthritis in my joints. I would walk 10 steps and not have to sit down. I wanted to do anything other than go through the pain and the effort of the surgery.
That's when Mike discovered QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
Afterwards, I felt like I really made the right choice. It's a tremendous success.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 608-927-4530.
If you want to avoid the process of surgery and the pain and the effort, you need to go to QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 608-927-4530. 608-927-4530.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
It's here. Wendy's new salted caramel frosty. Rich, sweet, salted caramel? Caramel. Whatever. The iconic frosty with a salted caramel twist. Gotta be Wendy's.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast, for 25 years. We'll buy this house, and this one, even this one, not that one. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now.
1-800-971-6044. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here's a look at the cloud cover and possible rainfall forecast for the next couple of days. For the daytime today, we're going to see plenty of sunshine for Madison and surrounding areas. A little bit more cloud cover in the central and northern portion of the state with some rain and snow in northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. We'll see some increasing clouds later in the evening with some light sprinkles possible, but anything that does fall will be very, very light. But then we're going to see clear skies return for Monday morning, and that's going to continue for much of the day on Monday with more clouds moving in. Monday afternoon for you folks in La Crosse, likely not going to move into Madison until overnight. Could see some light flurries during this time, but we're still expecting fairly dry conditions. And then throughout the day on Tuesday, we're expecting just kind of some on and off cloud cover. But looking a bit further as we head into Wednesday, that'll be really the only chance of consistent precipitation this week. This will be in the form of some light snow showers, maybe some minor accumulations, but for the most part, we're just expecting a dusting at most, but then we'll clear out by Thursday morning. So just a brief chance of snow on Wednesday.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Next this morning, 'tis the season to be sick. Reporter Michelle Gill from CBS affiliate KCAL is digging into the germ spreading throughout the holiday season.
All of a sudden, extreme sore throat came on. Runny nose, bad cold.
Orange County's Mark Melton and his wife Shayna took a cruise in November. He's been sick ever since.
Well, I just saw my doctor yesterday, because I thought it would go away, but it didn't go away. So I've been back from the cruise for about 2 weeks and still those same symptoms. But sore throat's gone, the watery eyes are gone, but it's still in my chest.
Melton tested negative for COVID and never had a fever, but like so many, he's fatigued and can't shake the upper respiratory infection.
A lot of people are coming down with these symptoms, especially with the cough that lasts at least over a couple weeks. It's the season.
The CDC puts out a weekly flu map, which tracks outpatient visits for illnesses, including fever, plus a cough or sore throat. California's activity level is currently moderate. Arizona's is high.
Dr. Patel.
Dr. Wara, how's it going? How are you?
I'm both.
How's everything?
Well, mostly okay.
One of Dr. Patel's patients in the office in Orange Friday was Walter Moore. His complaint is a persistent cough.
Well, I've noticed that I'm not feeling well, mostly congestion, mostly from coughing and coughing up mucus. So I was concerned that I didn't want to have an infection or have it turn into an infection.
So to say you have a cough makes me think a little bit less likely the flu. right? So that's usually how I differentiate it. And then if we do think it's the flu, it's very easy to treat. There's specific treatment. But otherwise, like we said, mostly it's just that chronic cough, and we have to treat it with different medications.
Patient Mark Melton says that his doctor couldn't say what bug he caught. His illness went straight to his lungs, so he's using an inhaler, hoping his chest clears. Michelle Geely, KCAL News.
Some tech news. TikTok has lost its bid to strike down a law that would lead it to being banned in the U.S. An appeals court upheld the law in a ruling released this past week. The court denied TikTok's argument that the law was unconstitutional. The judges found the law does not violate the First or Fifth Amendments. The ruling means the platform is one step closer to facing a U.S. ban starting on January 19th. That is, unless it can convince Chinese parent company ByteDance to sell and find a buyer. President Biden signed a bill in April requiring the platform to be sold to a new non-Chinese owner or be banned in the U.S. ByteDance has previously indicated it will not sell the social media platform. Social media platform Blue Sky has almost 25 million users. The platform's continued post-election growth comes as some people are looking for alternatives to X. The desire to leave X seems to have regained steam since Donald Trump's presidential victory and Elon Musk's appointment to a leadership role in his administration. Meanwhile, Blue Sky has enjoyed droves of new signups. It had 24.3 million users as of Thursday, and that's roughly 10 million additional users since Election Day. Well, stick around. There is still a half-hour news ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Next, we're going to run through the morning's top headlines. Stick with us.
Give the ultimate gift this holiday season with power tools from Menards. Bosch power tools are engineered to handle the toughest jobs, and Menards carries over 75 Bosch tools in stock. Whether you need to rip, cut, drill, or drive, Bosch power tools provide the power you need for tackling the toughest jobs. Now at Menards, buy a select Bosch 18-volt tool and get a free 18-volt 4-amp-hour battery kit.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
When I think of Madison No Fear Dentistry and what that means to me, it really is about it not being scared, not being judged. I feel that they've got my best interests at heart. I think that coming to Madison No Fear Dentistry is more than just coming to a dental office. It's meeting really great people that care about you. Madison No Fear Dentistry has helped change my life, and I believe it can help change other people's lives as well.
It takes a rebel to make something beautiful. Beauty takes courage. It's an act of joy. So resist the ordinary and embrace the wow at Floor & Decor.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
During this season of giving, the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection asks you to do your research before donating to avoid imposter scams and fake charities. This helps you to be sure that your contributions go to the organization and cause you want to support, not to a scammer. When giving to a charity, please research the organization and use verified information. Do not donate through unsolicited links, phone calls, or other messages sent to you. Learn more at datcp.wi.gov.
These are just a few of the over 500,000 happy Audient hearing aid customers. They now live a better life because they hear better. And they hear better because they purchased a full pair of Audient Atom 2s for only $189. The Atom 2 is a tiny, nearly invisible over-the-counter hearing aid. They've got unsurpassed sound quality and only $189 a pair. And so easy to order. Call Audient.
1-800-395-9610.
This is morning in Wisconsin. And while you're getting started, we've been getting ready to show you what's happening on this new day. News 3 Now this morning is leading the way with local breaking news, showing you the places and meeting the people that make our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. Start your day with the Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning, weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
Right now, 7:30, we got news out of the Middle East. The president of Syria fleeing the country as opposition forces take over the capital. The details ahead.
And we're looking at another very nice day, but a big cool down is ahead. I'll have the details coming up.
And we got local news as today is the last for Madison residents to settle leaves and fall yard waste. This is Weekend Mornings. And once again, thanks for joining us. Just past 7:30, I'm Kyle Pazorski here on this Sunday, December 8th. Let's start with the first warn forecast. Jacob has that. We're waking up with a really nice sunrise too this morning, aren't we, Jacob?
Yeah, right over the Capitol, we're seeing mostly clear skies, just a few peaks of clouds here and there, which always seems to make for the best kind of sunrises, and we're seeing that right now. Temperatures also not too bad, 34 degrees, calm winds, humidity at 79%. We're not really going to see as windy of conditions as we saw yesterday, and for the most part, we're also going to see a little bit more sunshine. Now, as we take a look at the almanac, the current temperature right now is pretty close to the normal high that we see for this time of the year. And this is the time of the day that we normally see the lowest temperature of the day. Now, yesterday it did get to 50. We're likely not going to get to that level, but very unseasonably mild, and it's going to be another mild one. As we look at the current winds, also very calm across the region. Not really any wind at all if you stand out there. And throughout the day, that's going to continue, just very light winds, a good amount of sunshine, highs in the middle to lower 40s for Madison. But we are going to see temperatures a little bit warmer for La Crosse and areas near the Mississippi River. Could be flirting with 50s. As there'll be just a tad bit more wind, but also a little bit more cloud cover the further north you're located. Overall, though, pretty nice for just about everybody. But there is expected to be a big cool down, especially for the middle of the week. I'll talk more about that coming up later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Some breaking news overnight coming in from overseas. In Syria, reports of seismic change toppling the country's government. Syrian state TV has aired a statement saying President Bashar al-Assad has been overthrown, and outside monitors claim he has fled the country after rebel troops entered Damascus. Bradley Blackburn is following it all from New York.
On the ground in Damascus, images of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad loom over abandoned military checkpoints. There was celebration in the streets of the country's capital as rebel fighters said they had taken control of the city. Rebels have rapidly advanced across the country in recent days, taking control of major cities, a lightning shift in a long-simmering civil war. In the city of Homs, a statue of former Syrian President Hafez al-Assad was toppled by a cheering crowd. Rebel leaders said the city had been fully liberated. This is a historic moment that will distinguish between right and wrong, said the rebel leader Abu Muhammad al-Golani in a recorded video. Hundreds of thousands of civilians have been displaced with the renewed fighting. Video Saturday showed Syrian troops at the Iraq border seeking sanctuary. And on Sunday, Reuters reported the Syrian army notified officers that President Assad's rule has ended. A UK-based war monitor reports Assad has left the country on a flight out of Damascus. The White House indicated to CBS News it is unaware of Assad's whereabouts. The Assad family has ruled the country since the 1970s, its iron grip on power supported by allies like Russia and Iran. The civil war began in 2011, led by a group that is considered a terrorist organization by the U.S., with origins in an al-Qaeda affiliate. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Additionally, there are reports this morning of celebrations erupting in Damascus and Syrians storming the presidential palace. A national security spokesperson for the U.S. says President Biden and his team are closely monitoring what he called, quote, extraordinary events in Syria. President-elect Donald Trump traveled to France on Saturday for the reopening ceremony of the Notre-Dame Cathedral. This is Trump's first overseas trip after being elected last month. The president-elect, along with French President Emmanuel Macron, hugged and shook hands in what appeared to be a warm reunion. Trump saying this about his past relationship with Macron.
We had a good time together, and we had a lot of success, really great success working together on defense and offense too. And it certainly seems like the world is going a little crazy right now.
The reopening drew leaders from around the world, including Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. During Saturday's ceremony, the cathedral's bells rang for the first time in 5 years, as well as first responders were recognized for their efforts to extinguish the fire. To local news, today is the last for Madison residents to put out their leaves and fall waste for pickup. All residents who need another pickup are asked to put your waste out on the curbs. The city's street division says they will be in your neighborhood as soon as they can, as all residents share the same last chance for pickup. If you missed this last chance, the drop-off sites do accept leaves, and their hours are changing, however. You can check when those are on the city's website. Some news out of the Chippewa Valley. 2 people are dead after a head-on crash Saturday in Fall Creek. According to the Eau Claire County Sheriff's Office, officials responded around noon to reports of a crash on U.S. Highway 12. Initial information was that a 2-vehicle crash happened and both lanes of Highway 12 were blocked. Upon arrival, officers determined that drivers of both vehicles died. A passenger in one of the vehicles was airlifted to the hospital with serious injuries. The investigation determined that the vehicles crashed after one crossed the center line. Time now 7:36, still ahead. A look at this year's Crafty Fair taking place in Madison. Plus, here's a look at today's day in history.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Like a bowl of cherries, life in Attic Angel is healthy and sweet. Our independent and assisted living lifestyles include newly renovated apartments, engaging social activities, and wellness support that is tailored to you. As time marches on, we promote the idea that life can always be a bowl of cherries. Attic Angel, the house that angels built.
Bad odors, ghastly noises, and clogs at the worst possible time. These are just a few of the holiday horrors lurking within your garbage disposal. But you don't have to let an old system squash your holiday spirit. Give yourself the gift of the grind and save $50 when you upgrade with Cardinal. Put your old appliance on a permanent naughty list and get a highly efficient, ultra-quiet garbage disposal that can clean up even the most chaotic of holiday dinners. Don't let a clogged sink spoil your holiday spirit. Book online at cardinalservice.com.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like hazy or blurred vision, so it's hard to see fine details. Colors that appear dull or washed out. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
If you want to say something you can't quite put into words, you can let a gift do the talking.
Wait, gifts can talk?
Sure they can. These say, I appreciate you. These say, I'm in awe of your taste. And these say, I really like you. In fact, I might love you, but I kind of need you to say it first. We've all been there.
So all gifts talk?
Well, Cashmere's very shy, but I can coax a gentle whisper. This holiday season, let Macy's be your guide to gifting.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Over the next 10 days, we are going to see kind of up and down temperatures. We are going to see those cooler temperatures begin on Tuesday and then continue to fall for Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday will be the coldest day of the week, where high temperatures will only be in the teens. Upper 30s then will return for next weekend. and it does look like we are going to see kind of warmer than average temperatures continue as we head into the later portion of the month, possibly lasting all the way through Christmas. Now, obviously, it's important to point out that it's not really going to be warm, just warmer than average, probably in the 30s to 40s. So at this point in time, it doesn't look like we're going to see a white Christmas. I know that probably upsets a lot of people, but unfortunately, the temperatures look to be too warm, and there's not a big chance of snow going forward. So despite the cold weather that we have seen, it looks like we're not going to see much snowfall along with it.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Now to more local news. The Madison Crafty Fair is taking place all throughout this weekend, celebrating 15 years this year. Reporter Tanisha Shaw spoke to organizers at the Goodman Community Center about the event and has the story.
I can help you to express the feelings you normally repress. Poetry for sale, $5.
The Crafty Fair is taking over the Goodman Community Center this weekend. This large-scale event highlights unique business owners across the state.
There's somebody doing live poetry.
And I type it up in 2 to 5 minutes. I ring the spell, and then I perform it, usually with a peacock feather.
This is Anja Seeger's second time working at the fair.
And it feels like another family.
This event started 15 years ago after Rosie Hawbaker wanted to change her career.
I am a maker myself. I wanted to make this my full-time gig, and I needed an event. I had this weekend open, so I was like, what the heck, you know, I'll try to gather up some peers and make an event. And so, yeah, that's what we've done.
Now, hundreds of vendors are contributing to her dream. Most of them are from Wisconsin.
Shopping local is important to keep our community interesting and diverse. And, you know, like, we need color and interesting, weird things and handmade items so that, you know, we're not all just walking around carbon copies of each other.
With gift-giving holidays just weeks away,
Merry Christmas, Channel 3!
Organizers say this event is perfect for gift shopping.
All of the handmade items I have in my possession are treasures to me, so when you give the gifts of something that's handmade, it's going to be treasured.
Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
Tanisha, thank you. Today is the last day of the Crafty Fair, and it runs from 9 until 2 p.m. at the Goodman Community Center. Still ahead, got some sports news, including a brewer who is moving on to San Francisco. Plus, Jacob is back with the full forecast as we take another live look outside at the state capitol. This is Weekend Mornings.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Discover more ways to save on appliances at our Brothers Main Bargain Rooms. Get discounts on top brand closeouts, returns, and scratch and dents. Minor dings, major savings. Plus, you can take your purchase home today. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
Many families have said to me, I didn't know what I didn't know about the process of having a child with special health care needs.
You don't know what questions to ask.
If I had a toll-free number to call, I think that would have helped.
Wisconsin Wayfinder is a great resource. It's one place to find out about all the information that you need.
Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network, connecting families to the special healthcare resources their children need.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
I will never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
It shouldn't be this easy to get a dinner this tasty on the table.
Our all-new, no antibiotics ever, all-natural pork and chicken meatballs heat up in minutes and are delicious in a variety of dishes or appetizers. They're as easy as heat, sauce, and serve. They're packed with protein and free from gluten, dairy, soy, and wheat. They're so juicy and flavorful because we use only high-quality ingredients and a few simple spices. Jones, making mealtime better since 1889.
I'm SSM Health Family Medicine physician Dr. Danielle Mitchell. As cases of preventable illnesses increase in Wisconsin, here are 3 things to know about vaccines. Vaccines are safe. Decades of research and use prove they're safe for people of all ages. Vaccines are effective. They help you avoid serious symptoms and hospitalization. Vaccines are essential. They protect you, your family, and your community from illnesses like measles, chickenpox, whooping cough, and more.
3 things to know. Part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a final look at the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for Sunday and the rest of the week. It is going to be another mild day today and tomorrow, but starting Tuesday and especially for Wednesday and Thursday, it is going to be a lot colder with very little precipitation, either rain or snow. It's going to be warm enough for rain today and tomorrow if it does precipitate, and then cold enough for snow. But even with that, we're not expecting much until possibly next weekend. So here's a look at your forecast for today. Definitely get out and enjoy the weather. Very unseasonably mild. Highs will be in the 40s, a lot of sunshine, very little wind for southern Wisconsin. We will see a little bit more cloud cover the further north you're located, so temperatures may be a little bit cooler for you folks near Eau Claire, but still it is going to be above normal for this time of the year. Overnight lows are going to be very mild as well. Lows will be in the middle 30s. The average low for this time of year is supposed to be around 20. We're not even going to be close to that. And then for Monday, another very nice day. Plenty of sunshine, highs in the 40s. But then Tuesday is when things will start to change. And the reason they'll start to change is because we'll see some breezy conditions coming out of the west-northwest. Not too windy, but windy enough to cool the temperatures down. And that's going to continue as we head into Wednesday, because Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, each day will be colder than the previous. So the coldest day will be Thursday, as those winds will continue to be out of the northwest. But again, although it will be breezy, it certainly won't be as windy as we've seen some of the previous windy days. Only going to see wind gusts of around 25 to 30 miles per hour at times. But that will be enough to really cause those wind chills to be very, very cold. It will start to show Thursday or Tuesday where wind chills will be in the teens. So definitely cold, but we've seen worse. Single-digit wind chills for Wednesday morning. And then it's going to get colder throughout the day on Wednesday with below 0 wind chills by Wednesday evening. And then Thursday morning is going to be very, very cold. Wind chills in at the negative teens. And even during the afternoon hours on Thursday, the wind chills may stay well below 0, with more below 0 wind chills for Friday morning, with some relief Friday afternoon. Still seeing wind chills in the teens, but it's going to continue to improve as we head into the weekend. So here's a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast. Really, the only chance of precipitation will be some flurries on Wednesday. Not expecting much accumulation, but take a look at these overnight lows. 1 degree is the forecasted low for you folks in La Crosse Wednesday night, and 4 is the forecasted low Thursday into Friday. But as I mentioned, temperatures will warm up back closer to average for next weekend, where we are going to see a better chance of rain and snow. Still unclear how much rain or snow we will see, since temperatures will be very on the fringe of the rain-snow level. So we'll continue to update the forecast accordingly. But until then, the big story will be up and down temperatures. I mean, upper 40s today for highs to single-digit lows in just a few days afterwards. So a big swing in temperatures. Get ready for 2 seasons in 1 week.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Now to some sports news. Brewers shortstop Beloit has agreed to a $182 million 7-year deal with the San Francisco Giants. The deal takes away one of the Brewers' power hitters, who is in the prime of his career. A person close to the deal spoke to the Associated Press on Saturday about the transaction, giving us these details. His deal is reportedly the richest in franchise history, according to MLB.com. Last season, Adames had career highs in home runs, RBIs, and stolen bases. Meanwhile, Wisconsin men's basketball is off to a hot start, coming into Saturday's matchup against in-state rival Marquette. Andrew Banstra brings us the action of this top 15 face-off in Milwaukee.
Wisconsin basketball has beat Marquette in 3 straight seasons, which means Shaka Smart, an Oregon native, has never beat the Badgers. In front of a record 18,000-plus crowd, this one was electric. And Cam Jones just kept turning up the voltage. The point guard was scoring at will from the opening tip-off. But the Badgers, they were right there with them, matching punch for punch. Late in the first half, John Blackwell, who finished with 17, bullies home a bucket to give Wisconsin a 2-point lead. And then later, Max Klesmit, the Marquette killer, keeps living up to his moniker, connects with the triple to bring the Badgers within 3 points, but that's the closest that Wisconsin would get to Marquette for the rest of the game, mostly because of this guy. Cam Jones is a problem. The Badgers simply did not have an answer for him. He finished with a game-high 30 points and helped Marquette pull away in the second half. The Golden Eagles win it 88-74.
As I break down the film, I'm sure what I'm going to find is there were some good things. I thought offensively we did some good things, got good looks in the first half. The second half we had a harder time keeping them out of the paint. Obviously Cam Jones was a big reason of that. But it was the stretch from about the 15-minute mark to the 8-minute mark of that second half.
It was really just timely mistakes. I think we did a lot of really good things in the first half, but we went on a 14-possession stretch in the second half where half of the possessions were turnovers. So I think if we can eliminate some of those and, just get shot attempts, we don't have to make everything.
I can't tell you how many times fans have said to me, are you going to beat Wisconsin this year? This is what college basketball is all about. I'm really grateful for the fact that there's 2 great college basketball programs in this state and that we get to play every year.
Greg Gard said the message for his team after the game was quite simple. They don't have any time to feel bad for themselves. The Badgers go to Illinois in 2 days. At Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Thank you, Andrew. Still ahead, dino skeletons, they're up for auction. We'll chat about that. And here's a look at what's to come on For the Record.
Coming up this morning on For the Record, we look ahead to the effects of Act 10's overturning with members of UW-Madison's TA union. Plus, we sit down with the state Democratic Party chair, Ben Wickler, as he launches his campaign to lead the National Party. And Armand Rahman sits down for a one-on-one interview with Alder Charles Miadze, who's under fire amid allegations of sexual harassment while on the Common Council. That's coming up this morning at 10:30.
Steinhafels is your mattress destination for your best night's sleep. Enjoy the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest mattress. Right now, save up to $600. Add an adjustable base and save up to $400 more. Upgrade your sleep to the Beauty Rest Black, where luxury meets innovation. Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $36 per month when you use Steinhafels 60-month financing. Plus, you get up to $300 in Steinhafels cash. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Hi, I'm Steve Bozeman from Steve's Auto Sales, home of the $49.99 sale. Pop the top, it's summertime. At Steve's Auto Sales, we've got your ATV. Steve has the fast Jeeps. Need to carry a ladder? We've got work trucks.
Easy finance at Steve's Auto Sales. Just bring your pay stubs and bank statement.
Steve's Auto Sales, the best deals in Madison. Search for Steve's on your phone right now.
Nothing spoils the spirit like a clog that just won't end. Get $50 off a highly efficient, ultra-quiet garbage disposal. With its superior grinding, you'll be able to tackle the toughest food scraps with confidence. Schedule your upgrade at cardinalservice.com.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine, how much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-637-5519.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads, download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now.
Thursday at 6. College sports are evolving and fast. The name, image, and likeness system changed the game for college athletes, but now new revenue-sharing rules could take it to a whole new level.
It might be the most dynamic time in the history of college athletics right now.
How will these changes shake up UW athletics, and what will it mean for the student athletes and the department as a whole? We'll break it all down.
Our expectations don't change. The way in which we get there is going to have to evolve.
Game Changer, Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Our skeletons will go under the hammer in London this month. This is a look at the prehistoric colossal beasts that once roamed the earth. These dinosaurs date back to the Jurassic period, around 150 million years ago. Now their skeletons stand in the galleries of Christie's auction house in London, frozen in time. All three were excavated from the same Wyoming quarry, and their bones now are a shade of black from a millennia ago, spent underground. 144 of its bones were discovered, with additional elements cast, sculpted, and 3D printed to recreate the mighty creature. The auction will take place on December 12th. Until then, the public can see these Jurassic up close at a skeletal exhibition in Christie's in London. It's pretty cool, isn't it, Jacob?
Yeah, and whenever I, think about, the dinosaur period, it's always quite fascinating to think about the fact that dinosaurs roamed the earth significantly longer than humans have been on Earth. That's just wild to think about. I mean, I think the first human...
Even what I just read, 150 million years ago.
Yeah, we actually, humans
You can't comprehend that.
Humans lived much closer, we lived much closer in time to when the meteor struck than the first dinosaurs did to when the meteor struck. That's just how long that they roamed the earth during that time. It's just quite fascinating.
It's cool to look at them too. Cool to rebuild the skeletons.
Yeah, honestly, it is quite amazing that they're able to piece all that together. Anyway, let's take a final look at the forecast. Temperatures kind of on a roller coaster this week. Upper 40s the next 2 days, but then lower 30s Tuesday, lower 20s Wednesday, lower teens on Thursday. But they are going to warm back up to the 30s for the weekend. Not a lot of precipitation until next week and just a few flurries on Wednesday. But as I mentioned earlier, it's going to feel like 2 different seasons over the next couple of days. So just definitely be ready for it.
All right, Jacob, thank you. And thank you all for watching. Have a great Sunday.